Welcome to episode number 89 of the Eavesdrop podcast. This episode is brought to you by Doordash, and I'll tell you a little bit more about them later on in this episode. Why am I slunched? Why is my chair set up this way, Matt? God damn.
Kind of slunched too.
Mr. Garrett, GM Golf, is in the building as Mr. Nick Maniac Kirshner's walking in. He fucking thinks that he's going to play Minecraft right there. He's not. He's going to sit his ass over there. Anyway. Welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming back. We've been trying to do this podcast for the past 2 to 3 weeks, and we haven't been able to get it together, man. And it's mostly on my side, and I apologize.
No, that's okay. It all came together.
What's up, Maniac?
How's it going?
Got the new haircut. You see that? Got the lines like a soccer player. Oh man, where do we begin with you? A viral golfing sensation. You've gone viral more times than anybody that I know, really.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know anyone that consistently goes as viral as you do. Not in gaming. I guess, and I mean like other people pick it up. Like ESPN's picked you up, Sports Illustrated's picked you up. Like how many times?
Even like sniper clips and stuff like that. They don't go.
That's a thing of the past, man.
That's crazy. I don't even know. I can't really count because. When I started on Instagram and I was doing all trick shots, it was just the only goal was to go viral. Right?
Yeah.
Now it's like more YouTube, so I'm a little less concerned on if a trick shot pops off or whatever. Yeah. I'm more focused on YouTube, but I still, obviously want to go on SportsCenter and stuff like that. But in that beginning, that's when SportsCenter was hitting because I was doing like these crazy golf trick shots that, we're just different than I think a lot of people have done in the past. So
yeah.
SportsCenter want to pick that up.
So to give everybody an idea of who you are, and I'll let you give yourself a little intro there. But so for those of you who don't know or aren't into golf, or aren't, everybody that watches this is super into YouTube, the influencer sort of stuff, right? So for me, doing the influencer thing in gaming for the last decade or so has made me realize that YouTube is a place for everybody to be successful if they find something that they're passionate about and they want to create content around it. More often than not, there are people, millions of people, who are interested in the same thing that you are interested in, right? Whether it's drawing, whether it's dogs, whether it's pets, whether it's golf, whether it's basketball. You go across all these different, things, and there is an opportunity for you to make a living off of something that you love doing.
Right.
So, did I sort of all encompass say you're just a golfing YouTuber?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Golfing YouTuber, started with trick shots on Instagram.
Yeah.
Transitioned to YouTube. Now I'm doing more like YouTube vlogs, like challenges, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Where did it start? Like, when did you start golfing?
So, I started about like 7 years ago, and it's kind of a funny story because I always didn't...
You're 19?
No, I'm 20.
20, okay.
Yeah, so I was 13, like turning 14. Mm-hmm. And I always hated golf. My friends were like always trying to convince me, come golfing. It's a lot of fun. I was like, no, that's kind of a stupid sport. It doesn't even seem like a sport. It seems super boring, you know, because I played baseball, I played soccer. And then I finally got convinced to go to the golf course. And we go to this par 3 course. And on the last hole, my friend and I tie. We tie overall. I tie my friend who's been playing golf for a little bit. And he's like, well, we got to go to a playoff hole. So we go replay the hole, and I made a hole-in-one. No. First time ever playing. And so for those of you guys do not know, if you don't play golf, hole-in-ones are very rare.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, I was like, this is all skill. I was like, I'm so good, blah, blah.
Yeah.
When in reality, it was just all luck.
Yeah. Do you think it was luck?
It was luck, 100%. Hole-in-ones rarely happen. I've had, I think, like 4 or 5 now.
But you're aiming at it.
You're obviously aiming at the hole, but it is so rare. The chances of it actually going in are like next to 0. It's unreal.
Really?
Yeah, so can
a golfer go his entire life without hitting a hole-in-one?
It happens all the time. All the time.
Has Tiger hit a hole-in-one?
Yes.
How many do you think?
I don't even know. I think like 19, 20 or something.
Really?
Well, I think over 20.
Is that luck?
No. I think it has, obviously you have to have skill to hit it towards the hole. Your goal is to make it, but it going in takes a lot of luck. And I'll stand by that because you can sit up on a shot, 180 yards, 160 yards. You could hit 1,000 balls and never make one.
Yeah.
In fact, like the European Tour, which is, you have the PGA Tour and then you have the European Tour. Pro golfers, they do these videos where they'll get up on a tee box and they'll hit a bunch of shots, see how many times it takes them to make it, and multiple times. Not even like a pro golfer can't even make it.
Yeah.
And they'll be there all day, 8 hours to 12 hours. So yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of luck.
I went golfing with Nate Shot and company, Fwiz and Spencer and a whole bunch of Richard Webb or Shivy, and we came up to a what do you call it, par? What do you call it? A hole?
Yeah, par 3, par 4, par 5.
I don't know what it was. Okay, but you can do it. Like if you gave me a baseball bat, I'm gonna blow my nose.
Okay.
In baseball, or if you give me a baseball bat and a baseball, I'm gonna shoot it in that direction. I can make it there. I don't know. I obviously won't make it, mostly because the ball's too big to go in the hole.
Right.
Anyway, so it was long enough to where he could make it, and people have been getting near the hole in every shot. So I didn't know. I knew, but I don't know why I forgot that you had to be quiet during that. Anyway, just like in Call of Duty, right? Blame lag, blame any reason. Me and I think Courage were just talking shit. We're making fun of someone, and Nate got so mad because he swung. He's like, "Gosh, God damn it! I said be quiet. I said comms. I said comms. I said comms." And I was like, I felt bad, right? Like I wasn't like, I don't know. I wasn't confrontational about it. Like, yo, well, chill the fuck out, dude. Don't talk to me like that. It wasn't like that.
Right.
So I did feel bad because I knew better, but I still did. We were talking about burying a body. Like, if I was going to bury a body, but the Courage is like, yeah, we'll put it like right next to the it's like where it's heavy traffic because no one's ever going to look there. They're going to go into the woods and don't ask me how or why Courage was talking to me about this, or I don't know who brought it up. Neither here nor there. But Matt was really, really mad. But that event or that outing made me want to golf, right? Every single time I go out and golf, it makes me want to golf. But once I get home, there's never like I'm just not into it. Big Timer has been golfing a lot with our friend Rambo Ray, who's the coach of the Dallas Empire, and he's a massive golfer. Rambo, yeah, Ray. Not Big T, but Big T swinging. He's got anything. I mean, I gotta go. I gotta fix it, but I can't even go now because of my back. So it was just, I feel like it was not meant to be for me, but it is. And then I watched the Tiger Woods documentary. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it yet.
It's so good, except for the fact that they paint him to be a womanizer, which obviously he is, but I don't know if womanizer is the right thing. He just loves women, all of them. He wants to.
And I heard something about I don't know where I read it. Maybe it was his agent or manager or something didn't love the way that it was painted. And I haven't watched it yet, so I want to watch it to see how it is.
I'm obviously, I'm interested in it. I'm interested in the sport. I play as much golf as I play basketball, right? Which is nothing at all ever. But I grew up playing ball, like everything except for golf. Even though my friends went golfing, that was just like the sport that I never really got into. I would go just because there was nothing to do, but I never really got the swing of things. Okay, so you're 13, going to be 14.
Yes.
All your friends are trying to get you to go.
Yeah.
You finally go, get the hole in one. That started your.
Obviously that started everything. 3 months later, I actually got another hole in one on the same hole. So after that, I was like, all right, I just got to play. I just got to go for it. And then every day, I quit right after that. I quit soccer. I quit baseball. And then I practiced every single day, 4 or 5 hours every day. Obviously, the first goal was to go pro. Like I wanted to be a PGA Tour player. And then I discovered, you can make videos and do all that stuff. And my passion has kind of changed a little bit. But it's still golf, obviously.
So it happens a lot, right? Like Rob, Perrick, the Guggen boys, at some point or another, like, I wish I could go pro and fish. But the second the YouTube comes in and you see that you can make a living off of doing what you love to do without the seriousness of it, being serious in your own way, being dedicated, being super disciplined on your craft, that's one thing, right? On your terms. When you have to go and get up at 4 a.m., when you have to go and do all of these golf tournaments, that's a different kind of discipline, a different kind of mentality to it.
Yeah, so, and part of me, like, there has still been this idea that would be something that I would like to pursue. In the back of my mind, I still think about that.
Yeah.
And maybe, 5 years, 6 years down the road, I might give it a try. But it just takes so much time and effort. I mean, you would have to take everything outside of literally just making the video and get it. So any part of the business side of YouTube and any of that would have to just go to the side, and you would have to focus on only playing golf and practicing golf, and then having a videographer edit and film for you nonstop. And that's the only thing you could do.
Yeah.
And everything else, playing Call of Duty till 2 a.m., out the window. Everything else, out the window. I mean, and that's what I do right now, and I love it. And I love the lifestyle that we all live, and I'm enjoying it. So I really don't want to change what I'm doing for a long period of time until maybe one day. I don't know.
Good. So you got a chance to play with a bunch of professional golf people. You were playing with Jordan Spieth most recently?
Bryson DeChambeau was probably
Bryson
the most recent.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's really
a lot of them are from here, right? From Dallas.
Yeah, there are. I don't know exactly how many, but there are a lot. I know Bryson's from here. A lot of the pro golfers live in Jupiter, West Palm area, though. That's the main. That's like kind of the golf capital of the nation, probably.
In Florida.
Yeah.
Is that where you guys keep going down there?
Yeah.
You guys just got you hooked up with my boy Josh from Black Tip H. Did you guys catch him?
Oh yeah, we got three.
Three big ones.
Yeah.
Did you catch any?
Yeah, I did.
Bro, that fight.
It's amazing because I've been deep sea fishing a couple times, but like fighting a shark from the shore is different because you got to move around on the beach and everything. It was so fun.
That's easier, I think, in my opinion, than it is to be on a boat.
If you're I have never caught a group or anything like that, so I would probably agree. The only deep sea fish is like tuna or mahi is what I've caught. So
yeah.
I don't know. The shark just fought different.
They do. I fought mine for 20 minutes and then he got off, but it was a big one. 400-pound one. That's what Josh said.
That's insane.
I'll never do it again. It was just not my thing.
Really?
Yeah, not my thing. I love fishing. I just came from a weekend of fishing, and it's Florida strained bass in Mexico. But even the little 2-pounders fought so hard, and maybe it's the rod. I was using a heavy action one, so maybe it bent a little bit too quickly or whatever. But they were fighting, and then it transported me back to 3 to 4 years ago when I was fishing with him, and I hooked onto the shark, and it was 6-foot swells, and I was like levitating off the boat, so I'd be like this, like it would hit a wave, and it'd be like this, right?
Right.
And then it hit my nuts. Kidding. So. It's just not my thing. From the sea, from the shore, I would have loved to do that because there at least I can dig my feet into the sand and like use my entire body for leverage. I can move around. Where in the boat, you're like sort of strapped. You're in their territory. Right. So if you go over, he's 400 feet underwater in 10 seconds, and then you're dead, right? Because you can't swim fast enough to get there. The little air that you caught in panic, no, not my thing. I like it though. I mean, it's one of those things where I will do it again, only if it's shore.
Right. No, you should definitely try that because I mean, I was kind of in the other boat where we had only gone out on a boat and we'd only done deep sea fishing, and I enjoy that a lot. And then going on the shore, I felt like was even more fun. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's what I'll enjoy doing most, probably.
So all through high school, you're sort of becoming this viral sensation. Right? Or was it after high school?
I mean, it was probably towards maybe junior year, if I had to guess. I mean, it's 2016 is when I started.
Yeah.
I don't think I really gained any traction until probably maybe mid to late 2017.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact dates, but that's my guess. I mean, I would assume.
Man, I always wonder what it does to people in high school who become super popular on the internet. So you did have moments?
I had it easy because I was homeschooled.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I went to an academy, so like it was 3 days a week, very minimal. Kind of walked in, walked out.
Yeah.
Played golf for the golf
Any
team.
reason as to why you were homeschooled?
My parents, they really wanted it so they could just like teach me and I could kind of learn at my best pace. And I'm very grateful for it. It gave me a lot more time to do
So all through high school, like when you were homeschooled all through
high school, yeah.
Oh, okay. We homeschool our daughter for the very same reasons that I'm sure your parents did. So Liv, who's 11, who should be in 6th grade, or she should be in 5th grade. I don't know. I'm a bad dad. But Judith knows all the information. At least one of the parents is doing good. But yeah, we homeschool her, and we always like talk about and discuss like when she should be, put into the system essentially.
Right.
And I don't know if we ever will because of the way that the education, system is right now.
Yeah, I mean, well, and I won't get into details, but I think a big reason why I really liked it is because when you go to a public school, they don't teach the individual. They teach the class.
Yeah.
And then you kind of have to just follow along. Even if you're not getting it, sometimes I feel like you could fall behind mentally and just not learn as well.
Yeah.
As if you're homeschooled, you can take more time on a certain subject.
Yeah.
If you need to.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So
that's cool. So you've never been in the public system or any?
I went to college for a year.
You did?
Yeah.
Where?
Kansas City, Kansas Community College.
Okay, you're from Kansas.
Yeah.
How was that? How was that experience?
It was fine.
The reason I'm telling you this is because I know what I would have done. Okay, I would have been a Maddie, right? Did you go to college? You went to college for a little bit, right? 3 years to college. You party hardy, Maddie? Okay, that would have been me. I would have been hooked immediately. Like, holy shit, girls everywhere, fucking fun.
So I was actually ineligible for NCAA, like playing golf for NCAA.
Oh my God,
because
why?
So it's kind of a long story, but basically, I think it was at like 11,000 followers, and I made one of my first viral trick shots, and it got on ESPN. So
which was the trick shot?
I don't even remember exactly what it was, but technically ESPN was making money off my likeness, and we talked to the NCAA, and this is kind of right as I was looking at colleges, wanted to see if I wanted to go play.
Yeah.
And what they told me was you either have to delete your videos or make your account private and don't pursue this social media career in any way until you're done with NCAA.
Yeah.
Or choose to not do the NCAA. And I was like, well, this is what I'm most passionate about, so I'm not doing the NCAA. So
the devil incarnate, the most evil organization on the planet, says to you, hey, you have to delete all your shit because we can make money off of you, but you can't make money off of you.
Right.
As they do with every single athlete in the world. Most scummy pieces of shit organization ever. Ever.
Yeah.
It is most ridiculous. I always say this. Esports right now has the opportunity to be the one to bring down that evil empire.
How so?
Well, if you are a college athlete who's really good at Call of Duty, who has a following on Call of Duty, who has a sponsorship in Call of Duty, as a college athlete, you're not allowed to make money. But there are college esports opportunities.
Right.
And little by little, they're going to realize that you can't keep, if you have a Scump sort of player, a maniac sort of player in college, and they're so good at something that they get sought out by sponsors, you think that college kid is going to stay there? And then at that point, you think the college is going to be like, holy shit, it's either a championship or we let him go and go do his thing. So I think that little by little, I mean, think about the amount of people that do Twitch. Right? They're earning money that way. And if the NCAA allows an athlete to make money off of Twitch, then they have to allow it for everybody else. And little by little, it's going to get chopped down to nothing, to what it should be, right?
Yeah, and I think there is some progress being made in that area, even just with golf. Mm-hmm. I don't know the exact year that it's being put into place, but I think they're putting that into place where you can make money off your image. And
the thing with that is, like, why not split it then? What?
Yeah,
I'll give my college 30% of my earnings.
Mm-hmm. Why not?
Just because, you know what I mean? I give my agent already, 20%. I'll give up half of my thing until I go pro, and then I don't have to give them anything.
Yeah.
Because it helps, man. There's a lot of athletes out there that have poor families that come from, some very shitty, upbringings and situations they were put in, and there's. You can't even pay rent. Some parents are out there, and while you could have a good living for your family.
Yeah, you have the talent to do so, and yet they're holding you back. Yeah.
All right, so you chose the right path, right?
Yeah.
You said, you know what? Thank you. I'll educate myself, and then I just won't play golf.
Yeah.
Regret it?
No, so not at all. But basically, what happened was the community college I was eligible for, not NCAA.
Yeah.
Especially because I hadn't actually made a single dime when I was ineligible, not a single penny. And so going into community college, my parents have always wanted me to go to college, have a backup plan or something like that. So I went for a year, and I was like, I mean, I can't remember the exact numbers, but I wasn't making that much money per month. And then one summer hit after that year, and it was like really good. Every month was just progressively getting better. I was
Off
making
of YouTube,
yeah,
and sponsorships, or
just mainly YouTube.
Yeah.
I had done a couple sponsorships, but it was like a killing of a summer. And then after that, I was talking to my parents. I was like, is this something that I should do? Maybe drop out. And after like a lot of conversations, probably a month of conversations, they were like, you know what, you should actually drop out because you would be stupid not to pursue your dreams.
Yeah.
So
how do you think that conversation would have gone if you would have been a professional Call of Duty player? Do you think they would have been as supportive?
So my parents are just like very literal when it comes to that. It's like if they see something coming through the door and it's something that I enjoy and it's making money, it's successful, and they can tell that I'm having a good time doing it, I think they're going to support it.
Yeah.
If they see potential in it. So if it was Call of Duty, I was making money, I think they would support it. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Like one of the main issues that we see in gaming a lot of the times is like, hey, I'm really good. I have a following. I'm good at Call of Duty. I'm good at whatever esport. My parents think that I should have a backup plan. My parents think that, it's affecting my grades. And I'm like, well, dude, fucking get good grades.
Right.
If you do everything that they're asking you to do so you can pursue this thing, if you're making money on this thing, if you're seeing growth and you're also keeping up with your grades, they shouldn't tell you anything, right? And that's what they want ultimately. That's very cool though. So does your dad golf?
He golfed for a while, but not really anymore. Like never. So
that's cool. That's always the one thing, right? Because your parents, as much as they're your parents, they're also your peers in certain scenarios. And at times and I'm guilty of this, we're sometimes too overprotective, and we would rather have somebody take the easy way out, something that, especially in a field that isn't necessarily proven already. By now, a decade's worth of history has happened on YouTube and monetization of YouTube and being able to make a living on YouTube, that it makes it easier for any parent to be like, you know what, other people have done it, therefore, millions of people have done it, therefore it is an opportunity for people to do it.
And like I was kind of saying, if monetization was not a thing, or I wasn't making any money at it, I'm sure my parents would say, stay in college. You need something to fall back on. But you see that, and then they're like, all right, pursue it.
One of my notes here says that your dad said if you make $60,000 from YouTube and golf, you could drop that. Was that the deal?
I think that was the number. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that was it.
You hit that shit in one summer.
What's up?
You hit that shit in one summer.
Yeah.
And he's like, holy shit.
It was crazy. And he was like, he actually told me word for word, he said, you would be stupid to stay in school.
Yeah.
He'd like, you got to do this.
Yeah.
And that was the happiest day of my life, because I knew I was free and I could just do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I was like, this is time.
Yeah, this is the time. That's so cool, man. Imagine, like a lot of people are in that situation right now, right? Where they are in college or they are at work. They live at home still, and some don't. But the commonality on all that is that people are doing things that they don't want to do, knowing full well that they love doing something over there. They're just, I don't know if it's pressure from the parents or pressure from bills or whatever, that sort of keep them away from that dream.
Right.
And more importantly, keeps them away from the opportunity to be old and say, at least I tried it. At least I gave it a chance.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what I was saying to myself, is like, let's say it fails in theory, I can go back to college. I can get a degree.
Yeah.
And then I can go do something else. Or I can try and find a job in the sport of golf.
Yeah. Well, most jobs ask for, and I've been out of the workforce close to 15 years now, most jobs ask for 2 years of experience in a certain field or a bachelor's degree in something.
Right.
So it's not like it's tough, to meet those requirements. For advertising, for example, I didn't go to advertising school, but if all this failed, I could go into advertising with no problem. I have 10 years of experience. If you weren't doing what you're doing right now, what do you think you would be doing?
That's tough. I'd probably be pursuing pro golf.
Yeah.
If I didn't know.
Okay, no golf is an option.
I don't know. This is like kind of my everything. This is what I just want to do no matter what.
Sometimes that's the best thing, man. When you don't have an option, how often do you sit in front of your closet and you're like, what's that? Right? What shirt am I going to wear today?
Right.
How often do you go are on your Doordash, hungry as hell, and you're just like, I don't want that, I don't want that. Options waste time.
Oh, yeah.
I understand why Einstein only wore the same thing. He didn't want to waste no time in figuring out what to wear.
Right.
You know what I mean? So It's good. I have many different things that I would be doing, but that's because I'm ADD as F and I'm just like all over the place. I could do anything, pick a single day, middle of the day. You tell me it's like you should go into drawing, I'll start drawing. You should go into golf, then I'll start. Obviously, like it's like, well, I don't know about golf, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't think I have the now being 41 years old. I don't have what I used to have in terms of not wanting to suck at something. And right now, I know that I'm gonna have to go through like a 6 to 7 month process of just like getting to be good enough to where I can go on a good golf outing with my friends.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if I have like the mental fortitude or the discipline to be out there every single day swinging the club.
Just come to Topgolf. Let's go to Topgolf a couple times. That's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no pressure to do anything.
Wings, nachos.
Yeah, you just go hit balls.
Drinks.
Exactly.
Do you go to Topgolf, Matt? A lot? Yeah? How often are you guys there?
A lot.
Every day?
No, not Topgolf.
Every other day?
Yeah. Maybe average maybe.
Do you
2
swing a
times
golf
week.
club every single day?
Yes.
Every single day?
Every day.
And do you record that content?
Yeah. I mean, there's almost okay, when the snowstorm hit, I couldn't play golf obviously, so didn't really
Missed opportunity. Yes, you could have.
Yeah.
Spray painted the balls black. And
Yeah. I've done that before. And
Yeah.
I just I don't know. I lost some motivation when the snowstorm hit, if
Yeah.
I'm being honest. That week I was like, this kind of sucks.
It does suck.
I would rather be in Florida playing in the heat.
Yeah.
I'll just take a break, is what I basically said.
Play Call of Duty.
Yeah, play Call of Duty. That's literally what we did all day. We would play Call of Duty, and I would go drift my Jeep. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it fun?
Oh yeah.
I saw videos.
It was.
I tried to drift the Raptor. Couldn't do it. I was just too big.
Didn't work.
No, it worked, but it was just too big of a thing.
I feel like it could work. Turn that traction control off.
Yeah. No, I like seeing people do it. I'm just not the one to do it. It's like I'm too I don't know. It's just not my thing.
Right.
But I tried it, but I was driving in the middle of the street and there was nobody around, so I just turned that corner and I'm like, didn't do a full donut, but I went up. I think does it snow in Kansas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
So you grew up in snow.
Yeah.
I think people like us who grew up in the snow had and wanted nothing to do with that storm last week.
It was I mean, like I liked the vibe because I was just in the house playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And then I would go drive, but I didn't want to be out in the snow. I never sledded or anything like that.
Did you play Call of Duty in high school? Like, what was your first Call of Duty?
Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
Okay, the good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you played League Play and all that
No, I mean I just
Pubs?
played for fun. Yeah.
with friends?
Yeah. I would go. I never had video games growing up. It just was never a thing in our house.
All right, hold on. Let me say hi to the sponsors, and then I want to hear your video game story because I'm interested. I'm glad that you play that. Yeah, so just give me a second while I say hi to the sponsors. In this case, it's Doordash coming back. I'm not even going to tell you. DoorDash is the sponsor for the Eavesdrop podcast, and I certainly appreciate the support. Simply because, obviously, when you're recording, when you're editing, when you're doing the stuff that we do on a daily basis, you don't have time to also go home and cook. If you live alone, especially, or if you are the one that's in charge of cooking, you don't want to get home and tell the wife, say, baby, I don't have food ready. Tell the kids, I don't have food ready. So what you do is before you leave, you can choose from over 300,000 restaurants across the United States, Canada, Puerto Rico, I think was one of them. Let me see, where are we at? Anyway, neither here or there. Whether it's dinner, whether it's lunch, whether it's breakfast, you can get something done for you, right? Like you can take a shower and then have your drink delivered by the time that you get in your car. DoorDash has already delivered your coffee, so you can be on your way to work with a smile on your face, right? A new year means a new you. But when it comes to what you're craving, maybe that's still the old you. Order your old favorites or try something new with DoorDash. New year, same couch, resolutions are here. But this year, they might look a little different. Let DoorDash focus on dinner so you can focus on the resolutions that matter, right? DoorDash connects you with the restaurants that you love right now, right at your door. And now you can get grocery essentials you need with DoorDash too. Get drinks, snacks, and other household items delivered in under an hour. In fact, I ordered some drinks from 7-Eleven, and while they were there, they brought me some hand sanitizer as well. And it was super quick. I didn't have to do the whole Amazon thing where you order and then the following day it gets. No, this thing came straight from 7-Eleven, which is pretty cool. With over 300,000 partners in U.S., Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia, as I said before, you can support your neighborhood go-tos or choose from your favorite national restaurants like Popeyes, Shout out to Popeyes, Chipotle, and the Cheesecake Factory. Right, for a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the Doordash application and enter code Eavesdrop 2021. That's EAVESDROP 2021 for 25% off. I don't believe or trust that anybody can get on DoorDash or order anything from a restaurant and it be anything less than $25 to begin with, let alone $15 or more, right? Like one burger costs $15. Anyway, neither here nor there, as I like to say. So up to $10 in value and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash application in the App Store and enter code EAVESDROP 2021. I see you typing the code there. Thank you. Don't forget, that's Eavesdrop 2021 for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change, and the terms do apply. So again, huge shout out to them. Let's get back to my man Garrett. All right, so tell me your Call of Duty story. You went somewhere to someone's house?
Yeah, no, I had a neighbor that I'd just go over to his house pretty much every night, and we would play Black Ops 2. And that's like
do you would switch controllers off, or how did that work?
we would play split screen, or we'd switch off every once in a while. But that was the one game, and still to this day, that was still my favorite.
Yeah,
Call of Duty. Yeah,
Call of Duty 2 or just Call of Duty in general?
Just Call of Duty Black Ops 2, yeah.
What do you play Warzone now, or do you play
we play Warzone multiplayer every once in a while.
When you say we're talking about the boy, you and the boys, the good boys.
Yeah.
So tell me about. Okay, so let's talk a little about Call of Duty, and then we'll get into like the house and all that. So you've been playing since Black Ops 2. Do you play it every single year? Do you have your own system now? Do you have your own setup?
Yeah, no, I have my own setup, but we want to get gaming PCs. And,
yeah.
Do it the good way.
We were talking about. I've always wanted to do a series on YouTube called I'm not gonna tell you the name, but it's essentially it's like the Ultimate Gaming House from Dr. Pepper from way back in the day on MLG, but I want to do that my way with our the way that we do things, right? So better. No shots at my people at MLG, obviously, but I do want to do that, and we talked about maybe starting with your room. And there's how many people live in the house?
I mean, now it's on and off 4 or 5.
4 or 5?
Yeah. But basically, like, we have 7 people that are in and out of the house every day.
So you have your editors, and then you have you guys.
Yeah.
And they all play Call of Duty?
I would say, I mean, everyone, me, Bubby, and Steven are the main 3 that'll play all the time. And then Max, one of the editors, plays. And then Matt.
Who's the best out of the team?
Probably me, yeah.
Yeah, probably, or
me.
Would they agree?
Bubby would definitely agree. Steven's pretty competitive, so Steven, if you're watching this,
yeah. So he won't agree.
He probably won't agree. Let's 1v1.
Yeah. Did you grow up watching any YouTube videos on Call of Duty? Did you watch anyone?
So I watched 2 people in Black Ops 2, Scump, and Pamaj.
Really?
Yeah, those are the 2. I only watched them, and I only watched Call of Duty for Black Ops 2. And after that, I just kind of was like,
Really? Scumper Jumper. You've met him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, at the party.
Yeah.
That was, that party was, like, super, so very safe, right? We'll start there. It was a very safe get-together.
Yes.
But it was essentially just all of our groups, right? It was, like, Optic, it was Good, and it was the Googans. We were celebrating the Guggen round of investment that closed, and it was a celebratory dinner, but it was packed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a really, really good time.
Oh yeah.
And awesome. one of the things is like Rambo played for me way back in the day. One of the original, he won me like 3 or 4 championships in Call of Duty. And then he went on to Envy, I think, when we put Nate Shot at the to replace him. And he hit me up. He's like, "Yo, how do you know the good guys? How do you know GM Golf? Can you introduce me to GM Golf?" I was like, and I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah, for sure." Right? I was like, "Yeah, of course."
That's funny.
I haven't, right? Well, I did at the party, but he's been saying, "Yo, tell him that I want to go play. Let's go to Topgolf." And I'm like, "Man, my fucking back hurts and shit." So I don't know, but it was good. I like when people from different genres of YouTube like get and commingle, because that's the level of collaboration that you need to really like explode into other different things. When you have when you have a YouTube channel, collaborative work is one of the most important things. Not for everyone, but one of the most important things to sort of transcend your current plateau that you're in right now.
Right.
Have you ever collabed with anyone? How did you guys came to be?
What's up?
How did you guys come to be?
Oh, so, well, basically, obviously, I started YouTube, and then Matt, one of my friends, I met him, I think, like 5 years ago, and then we started hanging out a couple winters ago, I think 2018, 2019, or whatever it was, and I was like, I just saw something in him. I was like, you have a great personality.
He does.
And I enjoyed being around him, so we just started hanging out, making some Instagram stuff, and then got him on my YouTube channel. And then after that, I've been best friends with Steven my whole life, since birth, literally.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, our families have just been close our whole lives. So I was like, I'd be like, Steve, if you want to come out, film, whatever. We just had a fun time. And then one summer, that summer that I was in college, it just kind of started popping off. That's how us three met. Micah was my cousin, or he's my cousin. We started.
Really?
So yeah. So the story of GM Golf is basically Micah and I started it. In
Garrett and Micah.
Yeah, Garrett, Micah. We started in 2016.
Yeah.
Then Micah met a girl, got married, moved away. So then it was just me, and I was the only one doing GM Golf for a very long period of time. I was the one who kind of started the YouTube channel, and then after me, Matt, and Steven kind of do it. After me, Matt, and Steven were doing that, I was like, hey, Micah, you want to come do YouTube again? He's like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And so then we started all filming, and then after that, it just kind of
That's so dope.
all fell
I
together.
did not know that he was your cousin.
Yeah.
And I did not know that Steven was your friend from childhood.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
Steven's basically my brother. Mike is my cousin.
Yeah.
Basically my brother. So
And Matt Scharf is your...
basically my brother.
Yeah.
We're all brothers.
That's so dope, man. Yeah, Matt gets every time Matt appears on somebody else's videos, like he either hits or people are like, oh, this dude was.
Yeah,
but
that's how it is.
In person though, like he's not like over, like that's him. That's his. Like I love hanging out with him. Like because he's never afraid to just fucking do the shit.
That's why I liked him the most, because I was like, dude, just be yourself.
Yeah,
and that's how it is.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's crazy. I wouldn't have put that together. All right, so that came to be?
Yeah. So that's the core four is what we say, the original four, and then now we have Bubby and Kyle, who are kind of in good as well. So Bubby's living at the house. He basically, so actually, it's kind of a funny story. Peric, I think, was coming down to Dallas from Chicago.
Yeah.
And Bubby is a friend of Peric's, and
before all this.
Before all this, so Bubby's they both live in Chicago. They're friends, whatever. Peric asked Bubby if he wants to come down with him, come to his apartment, hang out, whatever. Bubby rides down with him. Bubby's like, hey, I'm coming to Dallas. He hits me up. Bubby's kind of popping off on TikTok. So I'm like, hey, come to the house. Whatever, let's hang out.
Yeah.
And we're just chilling. And I mean, within a week, we're kind of like, we were just hitting it off. And Bubby just never left. And we're happy about it. We're like, it's good to have you, Bubby. Yeah. And so, then Bubby's involved, and it's great. So that's how that happens.
Bro, small world, huh? Yeah. You know what's even, and we talked about it last week on the podcast. Peric grew up in Wheeling, Illinois.
Really?
Which is where I grew up. Well, essentially from 13 to fucking 21, I grew up in Wheeling.
That's crazy.
Both John and Peric lived 20 minutes from where I was at, and I was always looking for people to fish with, but none of my friends fished at the time in high school, during those times. Right. But that was always like that small of a world where they didn't go to Wheeling High School or any other junior high schools or the junior high school that I went to, but they were like in the same vicinity like the whole time, which to me is like one of the wildest shit ever, because for this level of success, for what it's worth, to come out of that those cities is like super rare.
It's crazy.
And then to have Bobby, who's part of your, like, isn't that nuts?
No, I mean, the thing about Bubby, we always talk about it. It's like, that's insane, the fact that even happened.
Yeah.
I mean, he came down to Dallas with no expectations of even hanging out with us. I mean, he just hit me up. He's like, hey. And Bubby actually, me and Bubby, up until that point.
Bobby, tell him who Bobby is.
We call him Bubby. His name's Tom Broders. He's basically just part of Good, another golfer in our squad.
Yeah.
But Bubby and I were playing a bunch of Call of Duty together before we met, actually. And so when he came down, we kind of met through Call of Duty, if you will.
Yeah.
When he came to Dallas, he was like, you know what? Let's hang out.
Bubby.
I'm down.
That is one of the, again, it's all about like small sort of small things that happen that put you on a path that's like the weirdest thing ever. For example, right? Like the people that I work with now on the investment side with Scoreboard, like I met them through this dude, Chris Cheney. My agent, Dan Chacon at the time, was, somehow came across this dude named Chris Cheney.
Right.
Chris Cheney's the guy that got the investment to buy Optic from me. But I talked to them first for in August of 2016. Then we said, yeah, the deal's not going to work with them, with Scoreboard. And then a year later, we're in Frisco, and I reconnect with these dudes, and we become really good friends. Obviously, the whole thing happens with Infinite, but like everything that started on that first meeting with Scoreboard, like sort of set the path to where we are all at today.
Right.
Because originally it was like an esports thing, and then the Guggen thing started to happen. So we're like, these dudes can help you with the business side of things. So we connected them. Then Matt Kendrick comes into the picture as the manager. He becomes really good friends with us, and then the Guggen thing happens. And then we're like, all right, well, this is like a proven model that works, right? Like this is something that will work, does work, and there's a lot of opportunity to do. Then obviously, Matt, being such a big golf dude, sort of like got together, and I don't even know how it happened, but you guys just happened to be in a space that we all like. Him specifically because he's a good golfer, and he's obviously a good golfer.
Right.
Okay, so we're what was the decision to move into the house? Like what did that look like for you guys? Because you didn't live here prior, right?
No.
You were in Arkansas, or I'm sorry, Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess it was me, Colin, and Steven, who were like the original three to be doing the house hunt, if you will. We came down and we were going Airbnb, and then we couldn't find a house, or we couldn't get approved for a house because we're three YouTubers trying to get in a house that people don't really want to lease, whatever.
Yeah.
And so we go Airbnb, don't get approved, another Airbnb, don't get approved, hotel for 2 weeks. We have all of my stuff in my Jeep just packed to the freaking roof. Hotel for 2 weeks, still not getting approved. Airbnb for 2 more weeks, finally get approved for the house that we're in now. And it ended up being the perfect house because we looked at multiple and we're like, if we get approved, this is great, but it's not perfect. Mm-hmm. And then the one that we actually got approved for was great. And perfect. So,
it is nice.
Yeah.
It's got a good grill, better than my grill at home. Like it's got the little thing where you raise it and stuff.
Yeah.
Coming together and living together, is that the first time that you've lived like with a group of people? Has that been tough?
Yeah. It actually hasn't been tough at all, believe it or not, because all of us just get along. I mean, if we have an issue, we talk about it, and then it's past us, So we're all doing great. I don't think we really never have any problems in the house, to be honest.
Yeah.
But we basically live together in Kansas City though, because I live with my parents and I have my putting green at my parents' house. That's where I started doing trick shots.
Yeah.
And so Steven and Matt would basically just be at my house all day, every day.
Yeah.
And Matt would sleep over at the house 99% of the time. So it basically feels the same way now.
Now, on the putting green in the back, like what made you start doing trick shots? Were you just...
I think it was just because the putting green was there. I convinced my dad, I guess Micah, there's more to this story. Micah moved in with us in Kansas City and was going to college at Kansas City, Kansas Community College. And so in that time, this was before social media, around 2014, 2015, we convinced my dad to build a putting green. And it cost us, I think, $2,500. We built it ourselves. And then after that, I was just like, might as well put it to use. And I just downloaded Instagram, so might as well film it.
And was that one of those things where like you putting your stuff together, right? Like the slabs of like I've seen your videos before I even knew what that thing was. Gentlemen, buenos dias.
How's it going?
Garrett, the TST boys.
How's it going, boys?
GM Golf. This happens all the time. Okay, so I knew who you were before I knew who you were. Essentially, that's what I'm saying. Because I do remember seeing those little slabs of things, and you doing the and then over your head. So I'm like, man, this is fucking like insane. I would look at the views and I'm like, God damn. And that was like, again, those were sort of the awakening moments where you realize that it doesn't stop with gaming, which is like obviously my main thing, right? It doesn't stop there. Like you can literally be passionate about something and then just make it happen.
Yeah.
So again, back to that. Where did you come up with the tricks? Were you inspired by anybody? Like obviously, there's a lot of people that they've been there before.
Yeah. So there were two. that I kind of, my inspiration behind the trick shots. Joshua Kelly, hole-in-one trick shots is at, and then Coach Rusty. Those were the two that were really doing it. What I started doing was learning how to juggle with a golf ball and a golf club. And I had a full winter of just doing that. And I was trying to do these various tricks, you know, being able to just settle the ball in the club face.
Yeah.
And then hit it out of the air or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it progressed to slabs after I saw one of Brian Bro's trick shots where they hit it off 4 slabs and went in a hole. I was like, that's pretty cool. I feel like I could do 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
Put 6 together, hit it, went off, you know, all 6 slabs, went in the hole.
Yeah.
Sports Center.
Yeah.
They were like, whoa, this is something we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And so then I did more and more and more. Eventually, I think I did like 16 in a row or something.
Jesus. 16
16
bounces.
Yeah. On slabs. It was crazy.
How do you even being homeschooled? They don't teach you that sort of trigonometry, right? Or
no.
Trajectory prediction.
No. It's a trial and error.
Yeah.
Put up 1 slab, see where the ball goes, put up another one. It's
just over and over and over again.
Over and over.
That is what the thing that impressed me the most again is like I haven't seen somebody go as viral as you so many different times. The greatest one you've ever hit, in my opinion, right? Because I understand the difficulty of that. I mean, where you hit the ball, where you bounce the ball, or you hit the ball to go float in the air, and then you hit the other one to hit it.
That one was probably the hardest shot I've ever done, actually.
Yeah. Have you ever done that before?
No, I mean, I've only did it one time.
And that one time.
And so the story behind that is I tried that on and off for a year. I tried it, you know, one day I was like, I think this is possible.
Yeah.
Hit it for probably, I would say like an hour. Never got it.
Yeah.
Next day, go out, hit it for probably 30 minutes. Never got it.
So do you pick a trick and then go try to do that trick for a week or?
Well, this one was just kind of on and off. I was like, eventually I'm going to get it. So I hit it for 2 straight days. Never got it. Probably took a break and then forgot about it for a couple months, then would go back. And then that one night that I hit it and then hit it out of the air, it took 2 minutes. So I turned on the camera and I was so shocked because I tried it on and off for a year. And then it just happened. And then there was, it was kind of funny. I was hitting this trick shot and a fan of my videos was walking by and he was saying hi and I was like talking to him. Then, you know, he was walking away and I put up the ball, hit it out of the air. As the guy's you can hear it in the background of the video. He's walking away. He says, have a nice night, guy. And I was like, you too, bro. And then while I said, you too, bro, it hit the ball in the air and I was just freaking out. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, did the kid see it?
Yeah,
the dude saw it?
Yeah, he saw it.
Did he come back? He's like, what the fuck?
No, he didn't. It was weird. He just kind of looked and then he just walked away.
Yeah.
He's like, didn't say anything. He's like,
hey, you know what's wild about that? Are you fearful of swinging a golf club without the camera being on?
Yes, because I've made trick shots without the camera on.
What's
on
the
accident.
worst? What's the one that you regret the most?
So I was in my backyard, and I think I just hit this massive flop shot. It went up into the top of the trees, and then bounced off a couple. It like hit the house.
Yeah,
just a bunch of random stuff, and then went in the hole.
Oh,
it's like that's never gonna happen again.
No. Any more of those sort of?
No.
Like,
so
wish you would have captured.
Yeah, every once in a while it just happens. I don't remember them exactly. One that I was recording is so. A shank is basically where there's a hosel on the club face on the inside. And if it hits that hosel, it goes straight right. Not a good shot.
Yeah.
Micah was hitting a chip, and I was recording him. He shanked it, bounced off a bunch of rocks, and went in. Yeah.
So it has happened. You have it?
Yeah, I have it. No, I recorded it, though. So that's why, I mean, normally you wouldn't get something like that on film. And
is it mostly iPhone when you're doing the trick shots, or do you have
iPhone,
actually
iPhone pretty much all the time, unless we're filming like a trick shot YouTube video. So
I mean, you guys are seeing this on the camera because
here you go.
Matt's putting it there.
He shanked it off the rocks on accident and went in the hole. I mean,
yeah.
Then it got a bunch of views because people were like that.
Yeah, that never happens.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. That's
crazy. Is there a trick shot that's sort of your unicorn that you want to hit that you haven't? That you practice, that you're going to? Do you want to say it out loud? Like, because having somebody hit it, you know what I mean? Because if you think about it, right? Like, you come up with this dope-ass idea for a shot, but you have such a big following. You have 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. How many on Instagram?
310 or 11 right now, I think.
Is Twitter a gamer's only paradise? Like, I feel like gaming is only on Twitter.
It really, I mean, golfers are on Twitter, but it's mainly Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah. Fishing is all Instagram. Like sports is all Instagram. Like Twitter, sort of. I don't know why we made that our home, but it is our home. That's where all the games, especially Call of Duty, right? Because if you look at Counter-Strike, if you look at League of Legends, like they weren't really that that popping in there because they didn't see the benefit of it. Everybody saw the YouTube as the go-to, and they wouldn't try anything else. So
Right.
But Call of Duty adopted that very, very quickly, and that's like where everybody went to do their messaging.
Right. No, I mean, I think it's something that I need to invest more time into for sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm only on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, and I'm on YouTube. And then Twitter, I don't know. I just never.
No, you should, man. Twitter's a dope ass popping place.
I think I have 10,000 followers on Twitter.
Yeah, well, all his information in the description down below. So make sure to follow him. We'll talk a little bit about Good and what you're doing there. But I think like you wouldn't even have to. You can really just re-upload everything that you upload on Instagram and just do that. And I think that the opportunity to go because I've seen you on Twitter.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen you on Twitter. I've seen you on other people's accounts on Twitter, just not you on Twitter.
Yeah, ESPN and Bleacher Report are the two main ones that I feel like will post a viral trick shot that I'll see. But I think I've posted one that went kind of viral, got like 1 million views or something. But I just never. I don't know.
That's a good place to be, man.
Yeah.
If I may, I like the Googans are never on Twitter except for Peric, but none of them. They're all on Instagram and they focus all their time on Instagram. I think that we're the only ones that kill ourselves to be on every single platform except for TikTok. TikTok, we haven't really done a job there.
TikTok's huge.
Yo, I know. Yeah,
TikTok's huge.
What's your TikTok?
I mean, let me see. I don't know how many followers. I think 700 and some thousand, 770,000. So it's my most followed platform.
Yeah, and do you ever like plug all your other stuff on TikTok to get people to migrate or?
So I link my YouTube and my Instagram, and if I have a TikTok go viral, people naturally will go click and go to my Instagram and follow my Instagram. So yeah, I mean, you have so much potential on TikTok to go viral. I've had a video get 5 million likes before. Like there's so much opportunity there. It's crazy.
I just don't think I get it. I was talking to Banks. I'm like, last time I saw him in person, he's like, dude, I don't know about TikTok. And I'm like, I don't know about TikTok. So I didn't feel that bad because if Banks is not, killing on TikTok, I'm like, I don't, whatever. But it's like, I don't understand it. Like, I know, like when I see shit like that I've gone through the dark, into this like dark hole one night where 2 hours just disappeared, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Because it's that sort of platform. I'm just scrolling.
Well, that's every night for me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'll lay in bed just watching TikTok.
I don't know what. I don't know why. Maybe it's my attention span. It's like sort of like Vine. I don't know what it was because Vine I spent a lot of time on as well.
Right.
But TikTok's just not the one that I've done. And I knew about TikTok when it was Musical.ly because Gary Vee would plug it so fucking much and be like, it's the next big thing. This is gonna be the biggest thing ever. Next big thing.
Right.
And then sure enough, they rebrand to TikTok and then it becomes this thing. So I know what kind of contents I want to create there. I just don't know where to even begin to do any of that. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where I'm just like, I don't know.
I mean, maybe something like posting your clips of your podcast, something funny that happened on a podcast.
Yeah, Matt does that already.
On TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
What's the discoverability like on something like that?
I mean, I've seen various clips go viral of podcasts on TikTok. That's why I kind of said that. I mean, even Call of Duty clip. Call of Duty's huge on TikTok right now.
Yeah, it's second. It's the second or the first? The most, right?
That's literally my
searched.
only. Really?
Yeah.
That's my only For You page. Just Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
I think if I was to do it, I'd do a commentary over it just to what I started with. So you watch Scumpy and you watch Pamash.
Yeah, those
growing
were the
up.
two that I really
Pamash
watched.
is the one that surprises me the most. Are you a sniper?
Yeah, that's all I do on Warzone. Car 98, Mac 10.
My man.
Yes,
There's Call of Duty players and then there are snipers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out my man Blake over there. I don't know where he went, but and Maniac. Shout out Maniac. Yeah, there's Call of Duty players and then there's snipers. You know what I mean? So that's cool. Do you watch any of the matches?
No, I don't watch Call of Duty anymore. I don't have time, to be honest.
Yeah,
because I'm doing other things or whatever.
Yeah. So you don't watch any of the matches, like the championship. There's a $500,000 tournament this weekend.
Maybe I'll have to watch that.
Yeah,
though. Now that you say it, no, I'm gonna have to watch it. I never watch Call of Duty though. I don't really watch YouTube either though.
No.
No.
All right. Well, tell me. So before we move on to the good and what you guys are doing there, when this reopens. Call of Duty, COVID, all that. When that reopens, we're going to have a homestand. Every team is required to have like a tournament in their home state or in their home city, which is Chicago for us. You and the boys have to be there. All of the Googans are coming. right?
I'm
So
in.
all the good boys need to come, which leads me to good. What's going on there? What's the plan? What is I see the apparel ahead of time.
Yeah.
Luckily, fire.
This is the merch.
Yeah.
The apparel's
I love
launching
fighting
soon.
for par. Who came up with that?
Steven, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's such a good fucking, because you are, right? Like, it's such a good phrase. I like it.
I love it. Yeah. Steven's a genius. No, we're coming out with apparel.
Yeah.
So a full golf apparel line. Polos, quarter zips, golf hoodies,
The whole thing.
all the above. So that I would say that's the biggest thing that we got working right now.
Yeah.
The main thing that we're trying to do is we notice that on Good, we get all 6 of the guys together every single video. We have the same 6 guys.
Yeah.
We don't want to, every once in a while we might have 5 or 4, but it's very rare that we don't have at least, I mean, I don't think we have filmed the video without 4 at least.
Yeah.
So we just make it a priority that every single week we're all filming together. And
How many videos a week do you guys do on the main channel?
3.
3
on
videos.
Good.
Okay, that's good.
And we're just trying to pump out as much golf content as possible. So, I mean, that's the biggest thing. And now we just got apparel. That's what we're hyped for.
Was there something missing in the golf industry, like in fishing, for example? Like it's so old school that there's no real, like, I wouldn't go out and buy an Abu Garcia. Like when Guggen came along, one of the things that I liked about it is that there was like more streetwear,
right?
Than any more comfortable, more my scene than the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the apparel that we're trying to make is like you'll be able to wear it when you go out, or you can wear it on the golf course.
Yeah.
The golf hoodie is going to be my favorite because I love wearing hoodies on the golf course. And the old school way would say that that's kind of frowned upon.
Yeah, of course.
In the golf community, especially if you're at a nice private golf course. But the game is quickly changing in that area. Rory McIlroy, a pro golfer, was one of the first to really do it on tour. He wore joggers kind of like this right here. Yeah. And then he wore a hoodie. Yeah. Because it was kind of cold outside. Yeah. And then people were all talking about it. They're like, whoa, he's wearing a hoodie on the golf course. Yeah, yeah. And I'm just like, that's awesome. Because that's what I want to see, because I feel like it's pretty sad how a lot of courses will turn new golfers away because they're not wearing the proper clothes. Yeah. Like, what if you just turned away the next Tiger Woods, for example, because he was wearing a T-shirt and shorts to his first time golfing, and you guys said he couldn't play? Yeah, yeah. I just think I think we need to make golf available for more people instead of just, you have to wear a collared shirt. You got to wear golf shorts. You got to tuck it in. All that stuff.
That's the tuck-in part is the one that I have a problem with. I don't mind tucking it, but the one time that I went, I didn't have a belt, and I don't have any golf gear, so I went to buy some shorts and whatever. Right. The pants that I bought were just like, 90s NBA fucking suits, like just massive bell bottom or pipe things. I'm like, I can't wear this. I was gonna roll up the bottoms to make it at least like you got to see my shoes, right? But I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna wear shorts, and the shorts were like tie-on shorts. So they're like, you need to tuck that shit. I'm not tucking shit. It's like, well, they're gonna kick us out. I'm like, well, let's see if they try. I'll tuck it if they say it. Anyway, we went on the whole golf course without me having to tie that. Tie that up. So,
and to be clear, for any of the golfers who are watching this video and this podcast, like, there are certain courses that I do believe can maintain those, you have
values
certain
and culture.
Yeah, I think that's totally fine. But especially when it comes to like public courses, that I feel like there should be a lot of public courses in certain areas that are just available to any, someone trying to get into golf. Yeah. Wearing a T-shirt. So
cool. So what's the website that they can get the this is the apparel that you need to get, right? If you're not trying to look lame out there.
goodgoodgolf.com. Check it out, guys.
And what's the deal with good? What is that? Does that have any connotations in golf?
Yeah. So basically, if you're playing with another guy and you guys have the same putt, you're about 3 feet away. One's on the other side, one's on this side, and you guys want to just give each other the putt. Yeah. Not have to putt it.
So they're good? Good?
Yeah, good. Bell.
You gotta pee?
Dude.
hold on. No, sit down. So we gotta you really gotta go?
No, we're good.
Okay, bro, like twice. I think you hold the record.
Caffeine. Whenever I drink caffeine, it destroys me.
Yeah,
I always have to pee so bad.
Nah, bro, I'm a camel. I can hold it for that. Look, I'm gonna keep you holding. I'm gonna let nature take its course. But thank you for coming on the podcast, man. I appreciate it. All of your information is gonna be in the description down below. You guys should check it out. They're doing some revolutionary shit, right? Like, it's never been done in golf. Yeah. Right? Like the influencer golf, living together, creating content together, essentially just living a dream life, doing what you guys love to do. So
a lot of fun.
Do you guys veer off of that? Do you any plans for a gaming channel?
We want to. Because we're gaming already. We might as well put it on video.
Yeah,
you know?
hell yeah.
Upload it. Why not?
Because you're gonna hit a sniper shot.
Yeah.
That you're gonna be like, I should have been recording.
I'm sorry, I have to show you this.
Yeah, please
do.
do.
I hit one of my first collats in Warzone. Where is it? No, I didn't delete it. Collat team wipe. This was insane.
Let me see.
There you go.
Did you put it on TikTok?
No. I was like going afterwards.
Yeah. And you got the third atop.
Yeah.
Dang, and you stopped just to enjoy the view.
That was insane.
That's so dope. All right. Well, thank you for coming on, man. Appreciate it. Hopefully one day we'll do an entire good pod. Do you guys have any podcasts or anything coming up?
Soon. 250K subscribers.
250,000 we'll drop the first one?
We're getting close to 200K, so it's
cool. Do you guys have all the mics and all that stuff?
Not yet.
Okay, well, you're welcome to use the facility. Maddie can help set up all the cameras, press record, leave you guys alone. You guys can do it.
Sounds good.
There's plenty of room, plenty of lights. You guys are always welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on, brother. Appreciate you. Again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoy the podcast, share it. If you guys are golfers, make sure to check out this dude's information on the team info in the description down below. Thank you to Doordash for sponsoring the podcast. We'll see you guys next time. Maddie, hit him with the music. Goodbye.